Hey guys, it's Matt Goldsman from GamersCast, and right now I'm going to be playing BIT.TRIP Runner for the first time. It's the 4th installment to the BIT.TRIP series, and this is post video commentary, so I played through this. This was actually recorded a couple days ago, and I'm recording the voiceover for it now. So I think this might have been my first time playing. I'm not quite sure. Anyways, yeah. First, all they give you is 2 to jump, and they give you that to work with. It's actually kind of funny looking back at the first level now, considering how simple this looks. And, like, like, it ramps up in difficulty amazingly quick. I promise you this won't be my only video. Basically, those things determine how fast you go and how much colorful stuff goes behind you. And the gold is basically for collecting more points and can unlock a retro bonus stage at the end of the round, and wow. And that was level 1. Trust me, it's a BIT.TRIP game, so it ramps up in difficulty incredibly quickly. Yeah, and here's a retro challenge, which you get for getting all the gold in a level. And basically, it's like the same thing, except it's entirely in 8-bit, which is pretty awesome. Hell, this is probably worse than 8-bit. I think this might be... Wow, I was terrible back then. But yeah, might be worse than 8-bit. I think this is like, Atari. Yeah, that's very Atari-esque. There you go. Once you get a high score, you can put your initials in, and that's cool. Oh, by the way, when you see my initials, don't laugh. Yeah, those are my initials. They spell Meg. It's actually kind of funny because when I first got my first email address, my parents made it for me when I was really little, and it was my initials and my birthday. So it said Meg 1107. So everyone assumed that I was a chick whenever I emailed them, and that was, well, for a young boy that can be kind of disturbing, but yeah. So anyway, this is level 2. Not much harder than level 1. Oh, and you may have been wondering, how do you lose? If you hit a wall, you hit anything, then you just reset to the beginning of the level. Now you may be wondering, what do you mean hit a wall? Well, it may have become obvious by now, but I'm not controlling Commander Video. That's the sprite, the black sprite that you play as. Basically, he runs on his own, and all you can do, and you can control everything else about him, but it's going to remain a constant. He just keeps running, and that's what makes this game, it sets it apart from other platformers. And I'm definitely going to mention that in my review of this game, which should be coming soon. Probably next weekish, because this week I'm busy working on a short film. It's going to be on GamersCast No, it's not. It's going to be on youtube.com/GamersCastFilms. It's called the LS7 weapon. I've been working on it since February, so yeah, it's going to be awesome. But that's an unrelated note. Here we go. We have another one of these retro stages, which I, for some reason, do horrible at. I mean, you can't get much more straight. Let me hit the... yeah, of course, I hit the wall. Oh, well, figures. So, yeah. This is BIT.TRIP, and it leaves your initials in, so that way you can look at the leaderboards and whatnot. Personally, this is probably my favorite BIT.TRIP game, just because, well, the other ones, I mean, Beat was probably my favorite until this came out, because it was very Pong-esque, and that's what they were going for. So, yeah, that was my favorite up to then, because Core, I didn't like Core. Core is just stupid in IMO. It was like weird. It felt awkward to play. Void was alright. It didn't really hold my interest very long though. This I've been coming back to over and over again. I've literally spent just 2 hours on one level before trying to beat a level. Like I said, it ramps up the difficulty quick because right here, this is, yeah. The first world is incredibly easy, except for the last couple stages. Then you'll get an idea of how much it actually ramps up the difficulty. And yeah, finish. challenge complete. And then, of course, bonus get. You're not going to get... It's going to become a lot harder to get gold later on in the game, too. Like, you actually have to go out of your way to do certain motions to get them. And these beginning stages, you sort of just jump right in them. But, yeah. You know, I really don't know how much I should record here, because there's, like... This is a 15-minute video I'm just watching over again. With no sound, mind you, so I have no idea if my voice is even loud enough to overgo the music. Beautifully composed, by the way. I mean, I'm someone who really does appreciate 8-bit music, and this is just stunning. I mean, a lot of you guys, I've gotten criticisms before because people, which, by the way, I hit that wall on purpose so I could go back and get the gold that I missed, but a lot of people give me criticisms saying, my 8-bits aren't authentic because of the audio channels. Well, that's because I don't like it being limited, you know? So, here we have a game that does just that. It keeps the 8-bit stylized chiptunes, but at the same time, it doesn't be like, oh, there's only like 3 audio channels in an NES and 4 in a Famicom, so we're gonna make it authentic to that. I mean, Mega Man did a great job with that, 9 and 10, but here they just wanted you to get the nostalgia feel of it while not being like super strict to the technical standards of those consoles. And wow, I'm really shitting right here. Like, if I played this level now, it'd be a breeze, just because of how much more difficult and demanding the future levels are, but yeah. But yeah, this is great game right now. I forget how much it costs, like, I think it was 1,000 Wii points, not positive. Regardless, it's definitely one of my favorite WiiWare titles to date. I'm gonna go into a lot more detail in the review, which, like I said, went back to get the goal, I swear. I'm gonna be going into a lot more detail in my review, but there's only like 1 or 2 different things that I don't like about this game. I mean, leaderboards are here, those are cool, but they're only for friends. Whatchamacallit. But yeah, lack of multiplayer was definitely a disappointment. I mean, like, even if they pulled off something like they did for, like, Mario Brothers or something, then that would be pretty cool. Speaking of Mario, like, I'm just thinking, like, if this game was laid out like Mario was, like, being able to freely control your character, like, this game would probably suck. But just from having him free-form run, right, well, not really, that was horrible word usage, but just by being able to, like, run on his own, it adds something that I don't really see in most platformers. So, it's a cool thing. I hate how you have to, like, sometimes levels get really tedious, and there's no, like, option, like an Explosion Man, like, to skip it and wear a tutu in the next level. That was kind of funny. But, yeah, really liking this game. Like, I'm honestly playing it a ton right now. But, as for future videos, I'm just going to get into that real quick. We're going to do a Red Dead Redemption video next week. And then, right after that, I'm gonna have my HD device, so that's gonna be awesome. 1080p, wonderful. So, of course it keeps getting hit. And yeah, you know what? We're pretty deep into the video, so I think I might end it soon. Just because I don't want to sound like I'm rambling, and just for time, you know. There's a lot of footage here. I might just cut it. I mean, you guys got the whole premise of the game by now. I mean, there's a few other moves I'll get into those more in the review, you know? But definitely my favorite BIT.TRIP game so far. Alex Noisy and that development team, we're gonna try to see if we can get an interview with them, because we've gotten them in the past, so, because I want to talk to this guy after this game. I mean, they need to keep up the good work there, because this is absolutely outstanding in my opinion. It's pretty good. Like I said, there are a few other gripes I have with the game that I'm only going to mention in the review, just because it's hard to, like, mention those sort of things in a gameplay video right now, and I know you guys are going to give me those comments, like, oh, you suck at this game, blah, blah, blah. You guys got to realize, when I put up these gameplay videos, it's almost always my first time playing these games, so naturally you're not going to be a pro the very first time you play a game. And then I'll get some douchebag commenter who's like, oh, well, my first time playing the game, I made it past that obstacle. And I guarantee you there's another obstacle I got past that you didn't. So fuck you. Anyway, that's basically it for this video. Great game. Definitely go out, and if you're on borderline right now and you just need a push, I would push you if I was next to you. So go out and buy this because it's pretty awesome. Guys and Games, great job. If you need a bit more than a push and don't really care about it that much, you're like, I want to save my money, I want to get Red Dead. Did I really not jump over that? I want to save my money, I want to get Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption's pretty fucking sweet, but this isn't expensive. But so yeah, if you just need convincing, wait for the review then. But if you just need a little push, don't even think about it any longer. Just go out and buy this. There's over 50 levels in this game, and it's pretty awesome. And I'm becoming quite repetitive all over again. Hooray! So yeah, I'm just gonna let this run until I die next. So yeah, until next time, I'm Matt Goldsman from. You know what? Until I die next. But yeah, until next time, I'm Matt Goldsman from GamersCast, and I will catch you guys next time.